Hey, it's Jen. Today we're going to talk about my top 10 ways of staying positive and happy even in an icy flare. Just to give you some background, I just maybe 2 weeks ago had my cystoscopy with bladder distension. Was supposed to make me feel better. So far it's been exactly the opposite. I know it's supposed to be kind of bumpy in the first couple days or weeks, but it just feels like it's worse. So I'm kind of like cranky about it, right? It's easy at this point when you're like hopeful that something's gonna work out and it doesn't work out. It's really easy to slip into, everything sucks and, I'm never gonna get better. I'm never gonna have a normal life, right? So we get into that mode. We gotta get out of that mode. I catch myself doing it and I'm like, I gotta get out of it. So what do I do? What do I do to get out of that mindset where I'm cranky or really depressed or thinking, I can't be positive, what do I have to be positive about? So, I have some help for you, and this is what works for me. If you have things that works for you, let me know. So first one I got really into, especially during that downtime when I couldn't move around a whole lot because I was recovering. So I got into readings for fun. Obviously you don't have to move around a lot, you can be cozy under your blankets. So the book that I read, I feel like reading Rainbow right now. The book that I read was The Fifth Wave. It was awesome. I read both of them actually. There's 2 books that goes with this. Really awesome book. It's a little depressing at the beginning, but it's still like one of those nail biters, and it takes your mind off of your pain and you get into a different world, which is kind of cool. Also, I read maybe some inspirational books to help me stay positive. So this is the one I'm reading now. It's called The Untethered Soul. So this one, I'm about halfway, a little less than halfway through it, and it's really helped me be more open. One of the big reasons I did this blog was because of this book, because it teaches how to be more open about how you're feeling instead of closing in, and how to let those negative things not stick to you and just let them pass right by you. So far it's been really helpful for me, might be helpful for you. So that was number 1, right? So I was reading books. The second one is going to be nerdy. Don't laugh, okay? Well, actually, a lot of mine are kind of nerdy. I like coloring, and now everywhere at Barnes & Noble and, all these different place stores, Target and things like that, have these adult coloring books, and what a great idea. So I have my, this is my favorite one because it's the Japanese pretty fish and colors and stuff. So I have one, one that I work on, and I'll just show you. These are really like really detailed ones that you just kind of get a pack of, or even take your kids. That's what I did. I took my kids' coloring pencils and just, you take your time. There's no hurry. You don't have to finish it all in one. I could never do that. I've been working on that one that I just showed you for several weeks, and I just do maybe a fish or a flower a day, and it just kind of relaxes me while I do it. So I got one for Christmas, which was really funny story. I'm really a big fat Game of Thrones fan, so my fiance got me one of these coloring books, but he's also a Game of Thrones fan, and I got him the same one, so it was kind of a funny coincidence. So now we have 2 of them, so this one's mine, and then he has his own. But anyway, so coloring books, they can be a really nice way. I know it may sound childish, but it actually is supposed to calm your nerves and help you relax. So, and it's worked for me so far, so it's good stuff. Okay, I feel like I'm leading with a lot of books, but that's okay, right? The third thing is learning something new. So, I've probably taken this to a whole new level because I'm kind of a nerd. I love to learn. So I do, right now I'm learning about finances. I want to improve my finances and get into like a more financially stable spot. That way, if for whatever reason I can't work anymore, or I have to work less job, like a part-time job or a contracting job or something, that our family will be okay living off of whatever I can bring in due to my condition, plus whatever my fiance brings in. So luckily he has as stable as jobs come anyway nowadays. But so he's got something. So I'm always looking for new ways to maybe This one's good for learning about passive income, so that means not having a regular go to a job 8 to 5, 9 to 5. So this one's really cool because it shows me another avenue where we might be able to bring in a little bit of extra money for our family. I know I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you, but these are the things that help me because it brings me some peace of mind that there's another answer out there, and I don't have to be so scared that what if I can't go to a job because of my condition, or if I get laid off because of I'm out being sick sometimes, right? And this one's really good about kind of planning your financial future. So this one I really recommend too. So I really like this one. It helps me. I build like Excel spreadsheet charts and track our income, and when I get to watch, hopefully get to watch as we start saving money and we hit a point where whatever we're bringing in from our passive income or something is eventually going to make it to where we don't have to go to our regular 8 to 5 job. Wouldn't we all love to do that? Okay, so that was the third thing, learn something new. Oh, one other thing I'm like to do right now is I'm on Duolingo, and I'm learning Italian because eventually when I visited Italy one time, it was awesome, and I want to do it again. So, I'm learning Italian. It's fun. Okay, keeps me happy. Next one is everybody's favorite. So, TV and video games. I'm clumping those all into one. So, Netflix is your best friend, I guess, because they have all these TV shows and stuff that you can just watch like the seasons over and over, and you get into those worlds, and it's really fun. So the ones we watched, The Following with Kevin Bacon, and that one was a little too gory for me. We went through the first season though, I think, the first season. I just couldn't get through the second season. But we've also watched like Marco Polo and Helix, all these cool like adventure, sci-fi, crime drama, all those things free, not free, $8 a month or something on Netflix. So also, kind of just going to show this one because it's the best movie ever. Love this movie. So I got it. I actually got it for my fiance for Christmas, but I think I watch it when he does. Okay, and then video games. I come from like the 90s, right? I had the first Nintendo or whatever, so when they kind of went 3D, I couldn't really go there very well. I was kind of like, I'm turning around in a circle. I can't walk and look around at the same time, so I really like ones that are a little bit more, just easier to maneuver around or whatever, and I'm really hooked on the MMOs, so that's multimedia online, by the way, for those of you who are not nerds like me. Anyways, my favorite game to play right now is the Final Fantasy, Heaven's Ward. It's really fun. I get to make my own character. I get to play with my fiance. We play together. We're nerdy people. I'm going to say it like a billion times, sorry. We have like 2 TVs side by side in our room with 2 PlayStations, and we play this together. It's fun. Ladies, if you get mad that your person is always playing video games or whatever, maybe you should just jump on the bandwagon. This one's kind of fun, and it's pretty easy to do. And it's, again, anything we can do to kind of stay positive, stay engaged with other people. Like for that online game, you can interact with other people online and or the person that you're playing with if you have someone you're playing with at home. So that was only number 4. I feel like I need to like speed it up. So the 5th one is calling friends and family. If I'm feeling down or cranky or something, I'll just call someone that I know will make me laugh. It's really important. Don't call someone that's going to be like telling you all this negative stuff or telling you all about their horrible problems or putting more drama or negativity on you. You need to call people that make you laugh, make you smile. So I have a couple people that I'll call and I'll say, hey, feeling kind of cruddy, it's time to laugh, let's, make me smile or make me laugh. And most of the time they do, and it's great. So call the people that you know are going to give you a boost, not bring you further down, okay? That's important. Okay, so that was number 5, call friends and family. Number 6, doggy therapy. Okay, this one's a little tricky because when I first got diagnosed with IC last year, I was down for a while and I was really low, and so my fiance thought it would be a great idea to bring me a puppy, and I was of course I'm like, oh, that'd be great, a little puppy to cuddle with. All right, be prepared. Puppies are great therapy, and I love my little puppy. I'll probably take a picture of him and post it on my blog or something. But puppies are a lot of work, so if you decide to get a puppy, make sure your whole family realizes that it's your therapy dog, so they need to help take care of the dog and or take care of the dog, so it doesn't drive you nuts. But if I'm feeling like I just want to like cuddle with him, I can grab him and he'll let me like scratch him or rub his belly or whatever. But again, that one you gotta be careful, because if you get a really yappy dog or you get a dog that's hard to train or whatever, it can be more of a stress than a therapy. So that's one of them. But I really love my dog now. He's really cute. He's a little Yorkie, but he was kind of a handful at the beginning, and still is sometimes. Still like him though. So doggy therapy, pet therapy if you have a cat or if you have a bunny or whatever. You get the idea. Okay, the 7th one is breathing and music. So I love music. I think it can change the way that you feel. So I have Pandora, and so I'll choose like calm meditation radio or yoga workout radio or something that's soothing or has the good brain waves. So I'll do my breathing with it. So usually I'll just turn it on and then I'll just take deep breaths in and out. And so if you're in physical therapy for pelvic floor, a lot of the times they'll tell you you're breathing through the diaphragm. That means your stomach is pushing out when you're taking your in-breath, and then you're releasing that air very slowly. And that's easy to do if you have the nice music. So you have the nice ambiance, plus you're breathing deeply. That's supposed to relax your body. So if you start feeling really tense or something, that can be a really nice way to just it's almost forcing your body to relax when you breathe deep like that. And again, I really like to have the music on because it just kind of changes the way that I'm perceiving pain or how I'm reacting to it. So breathing with music. Stretches. I'm going to do another video on stretches that I do that really help me. Some of the ones that I was prescribed in physical therapy actually hurt my lower back because it was pinching, because a lot of the times we have to like stretch out our core, right? So sometimes they'll have you do something called like cobra or something like that, where you're kind of bending backwards a little bit to stretch out your stuff, and that kind of bothers me. So I have some alternatives to that, and I have some other stretches that really help with anything around your like pelvic floor, your inner thigh, or your T-bands and stuff like that, to kind of keep everything stretched out. If it gets too tight in there, it can cause additional cramping and stuff, which can make you feel cranky. Anyway, but stretching actually is very relaxing. Again, I'll put this with music because it just kind of goes together. I feel like I'm in yoga or something. And if you're not sure about stretches, I am going to have one. I'm going to have a stretching video. But there's tons of stuff on YouTube. So get on YouTube, figure out your stretching. But I'll post that here pretty soon. Okay, right along the same lines as stretching is walking. I like to do a lot, not a lot of heavy exercise, right? Because it jiggles everything and it's uncomfortable, especially if you're recovering from a surgery. You don't want to be lifting some major weights or anything like that. So I enjoy walking. I usually take my puppy with me, and I'll just walk around the block. Preferably on a sunny day, get that extra sun on your face and on your arms, and get some vitamin D in you. Sometimes breathing fresh air and being out in the sun can help, but I wouldn't do it on a gloomy day because it's cold, or and it's just kind of gloomy. So I would try to do it on a sunny day. Keeping happy and positive. Last one is count your blessings. I know this one is like, what? What do you mean? I don't have a lot going for me right now. It's really important that we focus on what we do have going for us, or something, even if it's a small thing that went really well in our day. So I was, I don't know how I came across it. I think, it was on Facebook. I saw this really cool kind of mason jar where somebody's collecting all of their good things that happened to them in a year, and then at the end of the year, like New Year's Eve, they'll read all the great things that happened to them that year. So I was like, oh my gosh, that is probably one of the best things that I could do right now. I wish I had done that last year, because last year I was like, oh my gosh, everything bad that could have happened to me, which obviously isn't true. It can always get worse, right? But I felt like, oh my gosh, there's not a lot of good things that happens, but it's so not true. I was actually proposed to last year, and I had some good stuff go on for me, but you know, it's so easy to let those negative things stick to us, and those are the things that we remember. So I'm not really creative, so I'm just letting you know right now. I'm not really creative. I'm not really great at the decorating thing. But we had some, and I don't want to spend a bunch of money on decorations. So I took a mason jar. We had some leftover school supplies for the kids, and I think we had some ribbon from like Christmas or something like that. And I created my own happy jar. Again, I'm sure somebody more talented can create something, you know, really cool and decorative and stuff. But it doesn't really matter. Just do something that makes you happy and, you know, that you want to do. And so mine's this happy jar. And inside of my happy jar, if something really cool happens to me that day, I'll write it on I'll write it on a piece of paper and then just stick it in my happy jar. These are like index card type ones, so that way it'll stand up a little bit better in my jar, or you can fold them up or however you want to do it. This one I was like really happy because my friend stopped by to hang out with me, and she helped me get rid of a whole bunch of old clothes and took them to Goodwill for me. So I'm just, again, I'm grateful to have friends like that that'll come over and hang out with me. She lives like an hour and a half away, so which is really cool when your friend comes all the way out to see you. At the end of the year, I hope to have this jar really full of cool thoughts, and I can read through them and smile at my year. No matter, you know, anything negative that happened, let that fall off, but then focus on the really awesome stuff that happened. So I've got they're kind of stacked in here. I've got about 5 in here so far, and we're at almost the end of January. So anyway, those are my top 10 things. So I'm going to run through them real quick without just talking about each one individually. So top 10 things: read books for fun, or read things that are inspirational to you. Coloring, the coloring book thing is really fun. Learning something new or multiple things new helps you get your mind off of it. TV, video games is one, so right, all the fun media that we can get involved in. Calling positive friends and family that are going to uplift you. Taking, you know, your pet, your doggy, your kitty, whatever, and cuddling them a little bit. That always makes people like, I don't know what it is. It just does. Music and breathing. So music and deep breathing was number 7. Number 8 was stretching. 9 was going for a walk. And 10 was counting your blessings, aka happy jar. So that's what I have for today, and I hope this is helpful, especially if you're kind of in a low point. And I know it was a long video, but I really enjoyed making it, and I hope to hear your comments, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.